Zandi, speak. Articulate yourself, Zandi. You can never go wrong with Robin Sharma, okay? Okay, rewind. Scene. I'm so annoying. Like, oh my gosh. They were like, no, like, hey, okay, fine. It just gets better. Like, it just gets better. Hi guys, I'm not reviewing the way I planned. No, man. Imagine, yo, ate and left no crumbs, baby. Okay, guys, let's get into it in no particular order, okay? By the way, there's just like a lot of kids playing outside, so if you're hearing the noise, please excuse it. What's important here is that we have to get this book review done. Like, my emotions nearly got in the way. My mind nearly said, you don't have to. And I was just like, shut up. We're gonna do what we are required to do. We're gonna take action. We're not gonna be that person who listens to their emotions and never get things done. Okay? That cycle is over. Yeah. Anyway, in no particular order, guys. First book. I might just get excited about every book, okay? Because I love them all. I mean, I do have more books that I did love, but I had to choose 5. And I'm just going to do like a short review on each of the books that I have here. So the first book is The Wealth Money Can't Buy. You can never go wrong with Robin Sharma. Like, I was actually looking for a book on the brain because I am suddenly, not suddenly, because of the struggles that I've personally faced, I wanted to understand how the brain and the mind works, the conscious and the subconscious mind, right? Which we'll tap into, not today, okay? Hi man, I'm derailing. Oksalayo, I'm just trying to tell you guys that I just wanted to go buy a book on the brain and I couldn't find it. So then I was like, you can never go wrong with Robin Sharma, okay? So I took a book at Robin Sharma, and when I say I recommend this book, 10 out of 10. Like 10 out of 10, whether you are a reader or you're not a reader, this book is so good. Things that I really loved about the book, the first one, it's very digestible. The chapters, guys, I'm not even joking. The chapters are literally this short. Like, there's chapters where it's just 1 page. Like, this is a chapter, my love, okay? This is a chapter. So it's so digestible. And secondly is how he took us with, like, he wrote this book in different countries and he really took us with. He'd tell us that he just had his morning tea and he did this in the morning, and now he's sitting on his chair, he's just admiring what he sees outside. If we were with him, we'd agree that the flowers look so good, it's so beautiful. Like, what do you mean? I felt like I was there with him, and I think that's why I really enjoyed this book. And he wrote it like he is our mentor. He just kept addressing how, coming from your mentor, please don't do this, girl. Like, just don't do it. Just stop doing it if you are. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going crazy because, yo, guys, I wish I could read it again for the first time. I wish I could read it again for the first time. Yeah. But I think one day when I don't have a book to read, right now I have about 5 books that I need to read. Like, but when I don't have a book to read, I would definitely go back to this book. So I highly recommend 10. You know what? 100 out of 10. I still have 4 books to review, so calm down, Sandy. But loved this book. Secondly, I mean, I think half of South Africa has read this book. I mean, she's been #1 for how long? For how many weeks? If you haven't read this book, why? Like, why? Like, why am I even reviewing this book? Because the entire South Africa should have read this book. Okay, I'm kidding. I mean, apart from me, South African, she's a Zandi, speak. Articulate yourself, Zandi. Because now I feel like I'm mumbling my words. And it's like, you're a reader, girl. You must sound like a reader. Get that? I just feel like I was mumbling for a second there. I'm not trying to be perfect, because perfection has left me in a cycle of actually not taking action and not doing things and thinking that I'll get better. You're never gonna get better. You get better with improvement. So if I'm mumbling or whatever, guys, it is what it is, okay? But yeah, anyway, I just want to sound very clear. How did we get here? Absolutely loved it. It is very digestible. Also a very digestible book. Like, I just think everyone should read this book. Like, apart from the fact that she really tells her life story, this book, like, she shares things when she was really young, so I can imagine the kind of reflection she had to go through. And because in her book she like leaves these reflection pages for us, right, for us to reflect on certain things, it put me in a space where I had to go back and like search that younger Zandi and just find out what happened in that situation or that era, and like reflect on how that has affected me, you know, as an adult. Like, yo, I just thought about things like sometimes we don't reflect on why we behave the way we do, and some things really stem from the younger girl, the younger boy, you understand? So this book helped me do that, and 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. What did they say? 8 and left no crumbs, baby. Okay. Like guys, the books just keep getting better and better. That's the annoying part. Atomic Habits. This book speaks for itself. It's been trending. There was a point where it was just trending like crazy. A very, 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 very good book. It's very practical. That's what I love about it. And what I realized in this book is that like this guy James Clear, I think he did obviously study a lot of like neuroscience and psychology and stuff, but it's the way he articulated it in this book. It made it so digestible. Ooh, girl, like digestible, okay. But he didn't really use neuroscience. He didn't use psychology. He made it so easy for you to read and actually put into practice. This book is very, very practical. And things that I loved very much in this book is that I still actually use is implement intention. So what he tells us in this book, guys, I was actually supposed to do that with every book. I was supposed to tell you what I loved about every book. Okay, rewind. I'm so annoying. Like, oh my gosh. They were like, no, like, okay, fine. Okay, so what he taught us in this book is implement intention, which you must tell yourself the day before that this is what I'm going to do the next day. So whenever I don't want to get the run in, like I always tell myself the day before, tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock, Zandi, you're going to get up and you're going to go run outside. You're going to go run 10 kilometers outside in the morning. And this really helps you. Like the next day, it will haunt you, baby. But the trick is you really need to honor yourself. Because sometimes I feel like we do say these things and then we don't really mean them. You really have to honor yourself, and implementing intention has just worked so much. Like there's times where I didn't know that I was actually applying what I learned. I didn't know until I was reflecting this one time and I'm like, I do this. That's what I do. That's clearly because I learned it here. Because guys, another thing I want to add is you don't have to finish your books in one go. Yo guys, there's no pressure. Like there's literally no pressure to finish your books in one go, because I read this book, I got bored and I put it away. I got bored, and I think that 2 months or 3 months later I came back to it and I was like, why was I even bored? Why was I even bored? I think maybe I'd reached a reader's block. So it's okay. Like if you don't like a book, put it down, go buy another book. Put it down, go buy another book. Like there is no pressure to finish a book in one go. Like there is no pressure, because at the end of the day, you're supposed to learn from the book. You're supposed to, action what you've learned from the book. And if you're just reading to finish, then what's the point? You get what I'm saying? Another thing that I learned in this book is habit stacking, which I can't wait. I want to implement definitely as the year ends and towards 2025, which is, if there's one thing you do every morning, if you're a coffee person and you drink coffee every single morning, the one thing that you must do is you must put a task before the coffee. Put a task or 2 tasks that you have to do before the coffee. So you will read, and then you'll have your coffee. Or you will pray, you will meditate, and then you'll have your coffee. You understand? Because you will have your coffee. So put a task before you do something that you do every single morning, baby. Okay, implement intention. No habit sticking, okay, until it becomes a habit. All right, let's move on. like, it just gets better. Like, it just gets better. Because I just want to say, in your lifetime, you have to read a Brian Wiest book. Like, you have to read a Brian Wiest book. Like, this woman is just, like, she's so amazing. Like, she's so amazing because she goes to the depth. Like, she will touch, yeah. Hi guys, I'm not reviewing the way I planned, and it's kind of like frustrating me. Okay, cut. Let's try again. Now it's fake. I'm just gonna continue as if that didn't happen. Oh, you know what? Okay, the mountain is you. She really emphasizes on how you are basically the one who's stopping yourself from becoming the best version of yourself, which is true, but it's deeper than that, guys. The procrastination is deeper than why you procrastinate, you understand? So she really gets into the depth of things, and it's so good. It's so good. I remember even creating a video. Let me play it for you guys. 3, 2, 1, play. Brianna Wiest mentions that one of the ways we self-sabotage is being attached to something that we do not want. She says, our inability to perform is not based in fear or lack of skill. It is based in an inherent knowing that this is not what we want for our lives. And perhaps we're feeling lost or unable to change our path. We don't have to live the rest of our lives trying to achieve some measure of success we thought was ideal when we were too young to understand who we even were. Our only responsibility is to make decisions for the person that we have become. Sure. That's the video, guys, and it's so good. Like, it really touched me. Like, every time I read this book, it just touches me. Like, I took quite a while. You see how short, how small? You see how small this is? I took quite a while to read this book because there's just times I had to pause and be like, girl, why are you being so deep? Like, why are you touching me in places where, like, how do you even, So I had to obviously reflect on the things that I was also reading in this book, and I'm gonna share with you guys chapter 2, where she says there's no such thing as self-sabotage. Okay, and then she gives us a list of different self-sabotages. The reason she says there's no such thing as self-sabotage is because she says that it's deeper than just self-sabotage. You don't do it on purpose, right? We self-sabotage ourselves because we want to, I don't know how she said it, because now it's not fresh in my mind. Yo, guys, let me read for you, what she says here. I'm not gonna crack my mind. You see, that's the thing about books, guys. Like, you will read a book and then it's almost like you remember but you forget. Like, I'll never forget what's in this book, but like, I forgot. This is the worst book review, guys. Again, okay? If you're still here, you're a real G. Or either like I'm entertaining you or something, or like I don't even think I'm making sense. But anyway, I'm gonna read what she says in the book. She says, we are held back in life because we are incapable. No, man. Okay, this is what she says. I'm not gonna read you this. I feel like I'm distracting you. Like, you are so invested in a book review, and I'm just distracting you. I'm such a distraction. Like if there were people who were paid for book reviews, they would never pay me. Yeah, like, what do I mean? You know what? One of my dream streams of income is to get paid to read and review a book. It's a hobby. It's something I enjoy. Imagine, and real money, okay? Real money. Like, one day I will get paid to read and review a book. Yes. Okay. Back to center. So she says, we are not held back in life because we are incapable of making change. We are held back because we don't feel like making the change, so we don't. A moment of silence, because I've been that person, and I still am in most cases, where I allow my feelings to get in the way, Then she says, I'm just jumping along certain paragraphs. She says, however, we can actually train ourselves to prefer behaviors that are good for us. This is how we restructure our comfort zones. We begin to crave what we repeatedly do, but the first few times we do it, we often feel uncomfortable. Oh, child. The trick is being able to override that initial hesitation, so we are guiding our lives with logic and reason. Reason. So we are guiding our lives. Zani, be serious, Joe. Okay. So we are guiding our lives with logic and reason, not emotionality. Though your emotions are always valid and need to be validated, they are hardly ever an accurate measure of what you're capable of in life. Do you see? And you know what the crazy thing is? There's parts of the book that will touch you and there's parts of the book that won't touch you because you can't relate to everything. But it's so broad that it's so broad. The book is so broad that she didn't personalize it according to the things that she went through. All right. The last one I'm going to share with you guys. Most importantly, you may feel as though you cannot take action when you most certainly can. You simply do not feel willing because you're not used to it. I'm done. Such a good book. I highly recommend also. Obvious. And we are on to the last book of this review. I need y'all to clap for this one because save the best for last. Save the best for last. I did say I didn't have an order to these books. I didn't, but this one was personally my favorite book of the year that I've read this entire year, if not my entire life. Okay, this book was so amazing. It was so educational. The things I learned here, I didn't even know. This is where I learned about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and just generally how to reprogram your subconscious mind, and that your behavior, your core beliefs are really, really rooted in your subconscious mind. This one just needs its own review, but let me share with you guys something that's in this book because I don't think I can articulate myself well enough.
Guys, I really struggle to articulate myself well with regards to this book. The information in here is so good. I remember reading this book and I was like, this information should be taught in school. Why do we not know this? Why is this new to me? Oh my gosh. But I'm going to go back to the book. I am currently actually studying the book and I do want to share the information. So I will be doing that using shorts and just uploading the shorts on a regular basis and just breaking down what is in the book. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's it. Thank you so much.
Guys, I'm going to do a voiceover because this is crazy. I'm going to do a voiceover, okay? But yeah, guys, that's it. Those are my top 5 books. Yeah, I think if I had to rate my review video, I don't know. I don't know. I give it a 5. I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed though. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I just try to keep it real because sometimes you try to be a perfectionist and it's a gap still. But anyway, I hope you really enjoyed and yeah, if you're not into reading, get into reading. Reading is absolutely amazing. One of the things I love about it is that you get to get in the mind of a person. And I love that. You get to see how the next person thinks. You get to see their perspective. You get to learn more about their life. And yeah, and I'm so excited to do more because I currently have 5 books that I'm reading this December. And don't ask me how, but I just am. Anyway, thank you so much. If you've stayed till this point, I will see you guys next time. Mwah! Love you. Bye.